Thanks for taking the time to listen to this presentation. We want to give you a brief overview of what BioLiNE's fulvic acid can deliver as a reliable tool for nutrient transport and use. BioLiNE has been developed through years of research to provide the best nutrient delivery technology, and today over 1 million acres have been treated with our products. The presence of highly active functional groups with strong nutrient affinity helps to increase effective transport, where as little as 8 ounces per acre has been shown to elicit a positive crop response. Since it is highly compatible, BioLiNE can be used as a tank mix with fertilizers and other crop inputs like herbicides and fungicides. It is also a great additive that can be impregnated on solid fertilizers or be used in seed treatment blends. In comparison to humic acids, fulvic acids are much smaller, which significantly improves their ability to transport nutrients to where they are needed. Fulvic acids also have a higher number of exchange sites, which provides an increased loading capacity. Overall, this results in the best technology for the assimilation and transport of nutrients. One of the main issues with humic products is that they tend to fall out of solution when tank mixed. This can cause a lot of headaches during application. Using our proprietary Fulvic purification process, BioLiNE products contain the smallest fulvic acid fractions with the highest exchange site activity and compatibility. The purity of our fulvic acid product is our advantage. There are 6 main benefits of using BioLiNE: rapid and even emergence, improved nutrient use efficiency, increased resistance to stress, feeding beneficial microbes, and preserving the genetic yield potential of crops. BioLiNE technology is an essential tool for growers at critical stages in the physiological development of crops where nutrient usage is high and abiotic stress may impact yield. BioLiNE armors plants with the ability to adapt to environmental changes, helping to ensure and protect against yield loss. For most row crops, we recommend at least 2 treatments per growing season with BioLiNE. First treatment at planting and the second treatment in the early reproductive stages. If BioLiNE cannot be applied at planting, then a foliar spray during early vegetative growth is recommended. For corn, ideally 10 ounces per acre is applied at planting, followed by 17 to 22 ounces per acre between stages V3 and V6. If possible, an additional treatment between VT and R3 can also be applied. For soy and most edible beans, we recommend the same 10 ounces per acre at planting and 15 to 17 ounces per acre applied between R1 and R5. If BioLiNE cannot be applied at planting, then foliar application with post-emergence herbicides between V1 and V3 is ideal. BioLiNE has been tested extensively on various crops using hydroponics. In a nutrient-deficient environment, plants invest in root development. The pictures on the right are of roots from lettuce and tomato plants, where BioLiNE has been used to enhance this root growth. In this slide, data from early season scouting of a dozen farm trials where BioLiNE was used during planting is summarized. In 80% of the farms scouted, we observed larger, more complex roots and bigger, better vegetative growth. On average, root weight increased by 19% and crop weight increased by 15%. There are 2 main components of yield in soybeans, where the first is flower and pod abortion and the second is seed fill. In this replicated field trial conducted last year, we showed that using BioLiNE during reproductive stages can impact both yield components. In the first chart on the left, you can see that an application of 17 ounces per acre of BioLiNE at either R3 or R5 increased the number of pods per plant. The control plots on average had around 29 pods per plant, whereas the BioLiNE treated plants at R3 and R5 had between 32 and 33 pods on average. This increase was found to be statistically significant at a 95% confidence level. The chart in the top right shows the same 17-ounce treatment with BioLiNE increased the average seed weight from 21.7 to 25.5 grams per plant. This increase was also statistically significant at the same confidence level. The chart in the bottom right shows the yield in bushels per acre. When you combine these two components of yield, the result is an overall improvement in yield from 52 to 64 bushels per acre in this trial. In corn, the number of kernels per cob and the grain fill are the most important components contributing to yield. We carried out late-season scouting on many farms treated with BioLiNE in 2019 to observe the impact of our technology on these components of yield. We observed an increase in ear girth on 85% of the farms and ear length on 71% of the farms scouted. Post-harvest quantification showed improvement in both 1,000 kernel weight and test weight in more than 70% of the farms. We also like to collaborate with other external institutions to perform crop trials. In 2019, Dr. Orzlich at Penn State University looked at the effect of BioLiNE has on bell peppers. The study found BioLiNE treatment increased the number of fruits by 20 and the overall yield by 7 pounds. In 2020, Dr. Brian Head studied the effects of BioLiNE applied with conventional fungicides on Concord grapes. They found that when grapes were treated with BioLiNE Gold and fungicides, the severity of powdery mildew was significantly decreased compared with the application of conventional fungicides alone. There was also an increase from about 530 to 560 cluster of grapes per plot. Stoneville R&D Inc. conducted field trials with BioLiNE in Mississippi on beans and cotton. Over 2 different trials, they found that when beans were treated with BioLiNE, there was a 3 to 5 bushel per acre response increase, and when combined with manganese, showed a 9.3% increase in uptake. When they treated cotton with zinc and BioLiNE, the results showed a 38% increase in zinc uptake and an increase in lint yield by 111 pounds per acre, from 515 to 626 pounds per acre. Beam Agrosciences in California runs several replicated plot field trials using BioLiNE on various hort crops. In their trials with ambrosia melons, 3 foliar applications were done at 16 ounces per acre in 2-week intervals, which resulted in a 30% increase in yield. In other trials, yellow squash showed a 7.4% increase in fruit weight, zucchini showed a 4.8% increase in total fruit weight per plot, and in cantaloupes, a 5.5% increase in total fruit count and a 10% increase in large fruit count was observed. These are just a few examples that really show the versatility of using BioLiNE and all the various crops that can benefit from it. If you would like any more information on BioLiNE and our products, please give us a call or send us an email. Thanks for listening.